Hello and welcome into Mason High School for the Battle of the Skies. I'm Evan Amazon, joined by 7th grade Sycamore B Team Defensive Player of the Year, Mark Amazon. How you doing, Dad?
Evan, it's great to be here. You promised me I could do one of these with you. By the way, I prefer green team to B team. The green team.
So how much worse for you than the gold team? A lot or a little bit?
Yeah, I wasn't too close to the gold team. I was squarely on the B team. Squarely.
Yeah, unfortunately, your basketball career was cut short a little bit after that. As a center, you kind of stopped growing, but yeah.
It was a problem. It was a problem. But hey, this is going to be an exciting game. Sycamore is having one of the best seasons in recent memory. Huge rivalry game. Some great players. Excited to be here with you.
Yeah, Sycamore 10-2 in the GMC. They're tied for first with Fairfield. They won by 1 and lost by 1. And the Comets coming in at 500, 5-8 in GMC, and they've won 4 in a row here, trying to make it 5 to get a winning record. As Comets running their usual flex offense with 4 seniors in, as well as Jack Olam. A dump down low to Ehlers. That's really good defense by the 6'10 sophomore Burgess.
That's tough. Burgess affects so many shots, getting serious D1 looks as a sophomore. He's a problem inside. You got to go inside. You got to be quick. You got to go into him. He's going to alter a lot of shots tonight.
Yeah, speaking of D1, number 23, Ben Sutherland, the senior, going to Liberty next year. Sycamore's leading scorer, and he really does it all. From outside, inside, he makes a huge impact on this team.
Evan, I mean, you talk about a guy that's shooting over 50% from the field, 40% from threes. That's almost unheard of for a guy that size to be that versatile. Pretty amazing. But Mason right now playing some great defense, not giving Sycamore any shots.
They're coming out a little zone action here. Comets like to mix up their defensive looks.
Yeah, long possession. Making them work.
And Sullivan will take the 3 from the corner. It's no good. But Charlie Hall comes up with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, and the offensive rebounds are a problem here, Evan. So you give, right there, you give a guy, you give a team this proficient, multiple looks. Charlie Hall hits the 3, got to control the glass.
Yeah, Hall, the cousin of director Ben Haller and manager.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And there's a take by Des Bolden, and just like that, Aviators are up 5-0.
Yeah, let's see how long Greg Richards opts to leave the seniors in before he makes some changes. Right now, Mason just looking to get something to the rim.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of an issue offensively for the Comets all year. They've been struggling from the three-point line, so they've had to rely inside. Morton will miss the 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good look, right? Just well short. I mean, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, Hall pump fake. Aviators will just reset.
And Burgess inside. I mean, that's tough, right? Guy's 6'10". You got guys on both sides of him. You really have to get a body on him, and even when you get a body on him, the guy's 6'10".
Yeah, and then you got Evan Ehlers, kind of a generous 6'3", might be like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah,
and that's a tough ask.
Yeah, but it's a mismatch. I mean, look, the recipe here, you're going to have to be able to knock down some threes, right? You're not going to get a ton of action inside. Burgess is going to be altering shots. Sutherland's a heck of a player. So now you guys got to hit some shots, but when you start looking at three-point percentages, Mason hardly has anyone that's shooting above 35% from 3. In a game like this, you have to loosen up that defense, pull some guys out. Who do you think it's going to be? I mean, who's got the capability tonight, Evan Amazon? You've called every game. You and Ben Haller and the great crew here, the Littles and them. Tell me, who's going to step up and drain some threes tonight?
Well, we've seen Middleton hit some threes. He's their leading percentage on the year. Alex Kelling as well. He's played good lately off the bench, only a sophomore. Started the year in JV, but he's really done a great job to kind of play fully varsity. So I'm not sure. I mean, it'll be interesting either way, but I think the Comets have to find something offensive.
Let's see what they got out of a timeout. I always like to see out of a timeout what you draw up, and whatever it was doesn't appear to have been executed. Morton drives it, kicks it out. There's a 3, and that's short off the front iron as well. So a couple threes, both short so far, Evan.
Yeah, it's Jake Hanley this time, no good on the 3. Looks like Hall thought about another one.
All right, they're good. Denies the pass down low. That's a great job of getting hands on the ball. I think that was Hanley there with the tip. All right, Middleton's going to look to run a little bit. And just nothing there in transition, right? That's when you've got a big guy that can run the floor and gets back on defense. You see how hard it is.
Yeah, Ben Manker missed the open three. He's another guy who's capable, but has really struggled this year from the outside as well. Just Burgess down low. That's just too easy for the Aviators.
Yeah, once he gets it on the block, there's not a whole lot that you can do. Manker tried to come over, but again, 6'10", you get it there inside the circle, and that's almost automatic for him.
Yeah, what's really interesting with this rivalry is the last time the Comets lost before the last game they played was back in January 2014 against the Aviators. So.
It's a long time, right? 8 years. An 8-year win streak, and another one short. The Sycamore fans are asserting themselves on the north end zone. They might be a little bit louder than the Mason fans, and there may be just about as many of them.
Well, I'd still say there's more Mason people, but unfortunately, yeah, the crowd noise is about as equal, but I'll take the Black Hole all day over the Ave Cave over the years.
Let's see. Black Hole's just waiting to explode. They need something positive to happen. Something positive. Yeah, no, this has been a one-sided rivalry, and really in football, too. Mason's had Sycamore's number, but, I mean, look, this is a once-in-a-generation Sycamore team, and they got guys that can shoot every place. Charlie Hall outside. It's 12-zip. You focus on Sutherland, and you focus on Burgess, and you've got guys like Hall that can just step out and hit shots.
And finally, Middleton with a long three for the Comets. They needed that one badly.
Yeah.
And again, Sycamore running in transition.
Let's see if that gets the offense going a little bit. Sometimes it just takes that first basket.
Now Bolden for three, a little bit short. But again, Sycamore fighting for it.
Oh, nice fight. Todd Middle really fought for the ball, saved it back to midcourt. Sycamore gets it. Good hustle.
Sycamore seems to be winning all the 50-50 balls, a lot of offensive rebounds. Certainly has made it easy for him. And Sutherland, a little miscommunication, bad pass, and Morton gets fouled from behind. So
yeah, I didn't hear the whistle right away, and for a second I thought they were going to let that go. And he was clearly fouled. He had transition. He had the bucket on his mind, and so they'll inbound it.
That's going to be Kelling to inbound. It's the first foul on either team in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. Ben Golan checking in as well.
All right, nice move inside. Morton got fouled, almost got it to drop. And Evan, I'll tell you, that's what you like to see. I mean, against guys that are this big, you really can't hesitate. You've got to use your quickness. Morton went to the rack. He went up hard, got fouled. We're going to need to see a lot more of it. I don't have the stats in front of me to know if Burgess has been in foul trouble at all this year, but that would certainly change the outlook of this game if they could get a couple quick fouls on him.
Yeah, and Sycamore has a lot of talent. They're not necessarily a super deep team. Almost all their points come from their starting five.
Yeah, no one gets more than 3.5 a game outside of the starting five, so I mean, you're going to be seeing these five for a lot of minutes tonight. All right, short off the front iron. That's a killer. Short off the front iron, three Mason guys. Sycamore comes down with the rebound. The shooter gets it.
And Hall again.
Yeah, that's what you can't do.
He averages 6.7 rebounds a game. He's not necessarily a super tall, like muscled up kid, but he fights down low for
sometimes the shooter's the first one that knows if the shot's going to be off. And so he recognized it was off. He hustled, but he beat three Mason guys to the loose ball. And in a game like this, when you have the lesser talented players, when you're the underdog,
The SS Comet.
SS LGL for the Long Green Line.
Probably the SS Jack Oldham. Susie. Tim.
Speed, because it's fast.
Cookies and cream, because that's my favorite milkshake.
Sam.
45040.
The SS Hanley.
Big Mike.
SS CPAC. About 100 strawberries and a bucket of Nutella. Yeah.
Definitely some Joe Ellis.
Definitely some chicken fried rice. Cheeseburger and fries.
Some sushi.
Some Cane's chicken fingers. I love those.
Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A.
Probably Panda Express with a plate of fried rice and orange chicken and broccoli beef.
Sushi.
A burger, like a bacon cheeseburger.
Shrimp and grits.
And welcome back to Mason High School. Evan Amazon's father, Mark Amazon, allowed to do one courtesy broadcast with his son before he graduates. And Evan, first quarter, Sycamore was up 9-zip, and from that point on, Mason's played him pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, the Comets doing a pretty good job down low and trying to drive, hitting some outside shots as well, but there's Burgess. And if he's going to catch the ball there, you already mentioned it, Dad, but if he catches it like on the block, there's really nothing the Comets can do, and he's 6'10".
You know, this is the kind of game, thinking back to high school, where it'd almost be nice to have a couple football players on the team where you could just put one in that just pushes him outside of the block. You know, Mason's got a lot of guys, not super big, not super thick guys, and they're not able to push him out of his comfort zone right now. And all he can do when he gets low is foul, and he's a pretty good foul shooter. So, you know, they're not having a lot of success getting him away from the blocks right now.
Yeah, Comets cut the lead, or the deficit down to 7. Now it's back up to 11. As Menker will take another 3. That's no good.
All right, good offensive rebound. Alex Morton goes up quick and gets fouled, and that's what they need. I mean, look, the taller team is clearly Sycamore, the bigger team and the better shooting team. tough take
Kelly.
for Middleton. Yeah, that's that's a tough one.
A nice shut down low by Derbyshire. Took with the defense game. Little floaters, good from about 8 feet.
All right, Sycamore's extended their defense a little bit now. With Burgess out, you can see their guards being more active. And Middleton and the other Mason guards are going to have to counter that pressure a little bit. You know, that pressure will lead to opportunities, but you have to find your open guys.
Yeah, and Ben Sutherland also out, so there's 6'7" and there's 6'10" players out. So this is where the Comets need to go inside.
Yes.
This is finally when the height's kind of even for both teams.
Yeah, they're down 9 now. They need to chisel into that here. This is an opportunity.
And Kelling will get fouled on a little bubble cut there. It's going to be Austin Sutherland's 3rd foul.
All right, 4 minutes to play. Midway through the quarter. Mason works around. There's a drive and blocked from behind.
Yeah, that was Ben Sutherland coming back in the game. Blocks Menker.
And there's a 3-second call. You know, it's nice to see the referees call that. It seems like Evan in the All right, substitutions. Jake Hanley comes into the game, replacing Ben Menker. Second foul shot is good. Jack Ullum checking in for Todd Middleton. Mason with a trap. They get it inside to Sutherland. He swings it to the corner. Now they go back inside, and there's the dig. And that's a great defensive play there. In essence, it's a double, but you wait, you hedge, you dig, and it's a nice defensive play.
Yeah, that's what you need to do when you're guarding a D1 commit. And the Comets also have a D1 commit in number 23 as well, just for baseball.
It's a different sport, but the athleticism is there. And Sutherland got it. He thought he was fouled. He wasn't. And Mason comes away with the rebound.
Yeah, Middleton up to Hanley. Pump fakes a long 3. Went from NBA range if he took it.
Yeah, they're willing to give him that shot. Gets it down low. Morton goes up and finishes. That's a nice move by Todd Morton. And Evan, don't look now. The Comets within 5. That's as close as they've been since, the entire game, I believe.
Yeah, the Comets got down 9-0, and it's a little bit of the opposite of what we saw the first game. The Comets got off to like a 7-4 lead, I believe it was, the first time these two teams met at Sycamore, and then they just kind of got boat raced the rest of the game after that. Now it's kind of the opposite. Sycamore got off to a big lead at the beginning, but the Comets hanging tough here.
Yeah, those two teams played back on January 7th, that game at Sycamore, and the Aviators prevailed 61-44. And right now there are no moral victories in GMC basketball, but Sycamore is certainly playing a much cleaner game thus far with 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, three-pointer's good from Bolden.
Yeah.
It's been a little quiet, but he knocked down a couple threes against the Comets the first time they played. Another capable shooter.
Des Bolden can shoot. He hits about 45% out there. He's one of the better shooters and does a great job getting himself open in the corner. And then Mason with a three. And Mason does not want to get lulled into a three-point shooting contest. That's not the way to win this game.
No. Certainly not. And they've struggled all year. But a really good job by Menker. He missed a three. Boom! He hits it. He hasn't really knocked out many. His outside shooting's kind of regressed a little bit throughout the year, but that's a huge shot.
Big bust.
Cut it back to 5.
Absolutely.
Little dump off there. That'll be Derbyshire. Misses it.
Wow.
Misses the putback.
Wild.
Then Bolden down low, and he gets fouled.
And they're doing a good job of not fouling. It's only their 4th team foul, but a couple too many offensive rebounds. You got Burgess and Sutherland out. You just can't give them 3 looks at the basket. He misses the first one, so Mason catches a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, it's Williams, not Bolden at the line.
Who said Bolden? Me or you? That was your mistake.
Yeah.
That was your mistake. So far, I'd say I've had a flawless broadcast.
I'm trying not to call you out and make you look bad in your mistakes. So.
I'm sure I'll get an earful on the ride home, if you even ride home with me. I'm sure I'll hear about all my errors. 24-19, minute 24 to go. Opportunity knocks for the Comets. Sutherland is out. Burgess is out. And I have not looked at the end of the bench to see if he is still there. Evan Amazon's going to go get a closer look. Do we have a more? And we're into the one and one now. 18 fouls.
And this is where the Comets need to take advantage.
So I do make mistakes.
A 4-point game here.
Well, that was one of our keys, is get it down to 4, and
yeah,
maybe they can.
I mean, the Comets right now on a 20-15 run since they were down 9-0. So if you take away that start, they'd be winning this game right now.
Wait, what run?
20-15.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, just checking your math. Seemed like it should be more than that.
Well, I mean, that's
usually when you talk about runs, it's more than 20-15, right? I mean, usually it's a bigger disparity. I was expecting something bigger. You're right. Your math is good. I've learned from previous broadcasts never to question your mathematics.
It's Ben.
It's
always Ben who makes mistakes.
Ben's got math skills like mine.
It was actually last Sycamore game, and he made a lot of mistakes. I had to call him out. He thought like 23. It was like 26 or something.
Fact of the matter is this: I have a Mason's going to extend the defense a little bit. Good.
Yeah, I like that for Mason.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to make it easy for Sycamore here. They have the lead, and they're content with that, but got to make it a little tough on him.
Oh, they're going with the old fake count. The Mason students trying to get a quick shot. And they did. Unfortunately, it's a three-pointer from the corner.
They can't really leave anyone on the Aviators open.
Yeah.
Council missed half-court shot, but like you were saying, Dad, you want to get it within 4. Unfortunately for the Comets, Derbyshire makes a corner 3.
Yeah.
So Sycamore extends the lead to 7. We're going to take a break here. Be sure to stick with us for the rest of the game.
A basketball player.
A barber.
An astronaut.
Basketball player.
Basketball player.
A basketball player.
Firefighter.
A basketball player.
Baseball player.
Doctor.
NFL player.
Professional basketball player.
Burgundy.
Definitely like neon.
I'd probably be like a sky blue because everybody likes the sky.
A red crown. I'd be a yellow crayon because it's bright, like my future.
Green. Because it's always in the picture, because you always got to draw grass, and I'm just always in the picture like that.
The hot pink crown, because like pink's a manly color.
A blue one because it's my favorite color.
Kelly green, because it's my favorite color green.
Black because it's dark, and it's like you can use it for an outline.
Green, because it's a sign of happiness and money.
Probably blue, it's my favorite color.
Welcome back to Mason High School. Evan Amazon, and with the second best broadcaster in his family, Mark. So,
hey, listen, Evan, I'll take that. You're the man. Credit to Andrew Little at halftime. He did some recon. Riley Burgess has a bunch of ice on his ankle, foot's up. Andrew wants me to share that he is the, quote, superior Little, the bigger Little, so to speak. And but it looks like Burgess could be out. But in the meantime, Sycamore with the ball, and they score one. What do we have here?
Looks like a technical foul.
Yeah, so I've never seen this. The referee had both hands and was doing like the cookie. Important for a push.
Yeah, luckily for the Comets, only his first foul.
Yeah, and I think the referee's got that one right. I think he did push in order to get to the ball and tip it back out. Let's see, Mason now amping up the pressure a little bit. You're able to extend their defense a little bit without Burgess out. In case you're just joining us, Riley Burgess, the 6'10 center for Sycamore. D1 prospect, just a sophomore, 11.4, 6.7, 2 blocks a game. Appeared to hurt his ankle, and we've not seen him since early in the second quarter, Evan. And that has impacted the game. Mason has chipped away at the lead for sure.
That's probably maybe the only reason that the Comets are in this game right now, for being honest. I mean, that's allowed them to, especially it's helped them more. It's hurt Sycamore more defensively in some ways. It's allowed the Comets to drive. There's a three-pointer from Ben Sutherland. He's got another one, and anytime the Aviators need a bucket, they can just go to the 6'7 Liberty commit.
Yeah, I mean, Burgess is out. Sutherland has to do a little bit more. And, again, Evan, you don't see a lot of guys that shoot over 50% from the field and over 40% from three, especially not guys that are the size of Sutherland. He's 6'7". He's just an amazing shooter, and you got to think Liberty's got themselves a real good player next year.
And Middleton will drive. And Morton, a nice fake to get around Williams, but then it goes off him, so nice move to get inside, but all for nothing as the Aviators to get the ball back up 10.
I like that they're going inside. This Mason team doesn't really shoot the lights out from outside. I like that they're going inside. Got to control the basketball a little bit better. And now they're picking up the pressure, Evan. That's a little three-quarter court press.
It doesn't really pay off as Williams gets inside of the and one, and Sycamore used their athleticism, easily beats the press. Now they're going to the line, and I think Coach Richards will change.
Yep, they can't keep that
Go
on.
back.
Yeah, that was get it to the wing, got cut straight down the lane, feed them. It was what they call a clinical dissection of the press. And, your rec team has never really been able to press. That's been something that's really bothered me over the years. You get guys like you and Gavin Minogue, Ryan Rominski. You'd think you'd be able to throw on a little better press. You guys have always been a terrible pressing team.
Well, we might not be good at pressing, but we're good in transition. So we're pretty good at breaking the press if we need to.
I'll give you that. Your press break is good.
Our 2-3 zone's better than Syracuse's 2-3 also.
Listen, as the kids say these days, your guys' press is mid, right? I hear a lot of it's mid. You don't hear a lot of broadcasters talk about that, but mid press. All right, timeout. Evan, what's going on in the huddle? You called a lot of these games. You've been in It's frustrating when you're playing a bigger team, but you got to hold your composure. And now they're going to take a long jumper, and Middleton hits that. So, it's Kelling, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Kelling's one of those guys who's really stepped up. I mean, he started the year on JV, and now getting some.
Yeah, it was a nice shot.
A lot of varsity action. He's going to be a good player for years to come for the Comets.
And look, if you can knock down threes, there's a place for you on this team, Evan. There is no doubt about it. That's something that they sorely need. And got to see the old bow and arrow. Never get to see enough of the old bow and arrow celebration.
Charlie Hall gets fouled, so the junior will be going back to the free throw line. It's on Olam. It's going to be his second foul. And the team's fifth already. Yeah. So Sycamore is going to be able to shoot a lot of free throws.
Monitor and watch as we move towards the finish line in this one. Be remiss not to mention the job that Tim Austin has done at Sycamore. Just the list of great coaches at Sycamore throughout the years, from the late great Bob Velton to Wally Vickers to David Moss, class of 1995. Some tremendous coaches, Dan Myris, my old 7th grade coach on the Sycamore Green team. Just a legacy of coaches, but Tim Austin has done a fine job with Sycamore this year, Evan.
It's a much improved team. I mean, they've shocked a lot of people around the area. I mean, with their play this year and with the improvements of Sutherland and Charlie Hall. I mean, a lot of people have stepped up who really weren't expected for this Aviators team.
Well, I mean, Evan, look, you look at it and you say in the first half, if you're going to give up 9 points combined to Burgess and Sutherland, you'd feel pretty good, right?
Yeah.
A combined 9 points, but Bolden comes up with 8 in that half, and Hall had 5. So, Burgess, of course, limited with the injury, but you got to feel like going into this game, if you knew you would give up 9 points to the 2 top players for Sycamore, you'd feel like you're in a better spot than you are right now, down 11.
Yeah, and this Sycamore team's not just going to be like a one-year wonder. They're going to be good for years to come. They got their only senior, really, who plays a lot is Ben Sutherland. So they got their whole other team coming back. They got Tariq Kimbrough, son of Stan Kimbrough, played at Xavier.
Yeah.
Only a freshman coming off.
Yeah, I mean, Stan Kimbrough was just a heck of a player at Xavier. And if the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, they're going to have themselves a good one.
So again, Olam hits a 3, then Hall hits another 3. And you cannot leave Charlie Hall open. He's torched the Comets both times this year from the three-point line. And
that's his 3rd tonight. And all 3 of them, not a hand in his face. And he shows you what happens when you don't extend on him.
Every time the Comets get in a little run, the Aviators come right back. And Jack Olam misses the layup there.
And that was a bunny. That's one that you got to convert on. You know, we've seen some shots earlier that were challenged by Burgess, and that's not one of them. That's a clean look at the basket, and that's a big miss. Sycamore's not going to be in any rush. Well-coached, smart team. They recognize that they're up 11. Mason's got to chase, and Sycamore's not going to rush anything. That's not the way they play.
The Comets going back to this man-to-man, trying to pressure the ball and make it a little tougher on these guards.
All right, there we go. Good defense. Middleton put the pressure on Hall, and Hall stepped. The coach teaches you the sideline is your friend, right? That's an important lesson. Let the sideline help you, and Middleton did a great job of that, and now is rewarded with a wide-open three-pointer. Misses it. Olam with the tap. Sycamore's got it, and they're going to look to press the pace. Oh, nice extra pass there. Great extra pass. Sutherland with the finish, the pass from Hall, and just like that, it's a 13-point Aviator lead.
Yeah, Ben Sutherland beat all 9 other players on the court all the way down the floor. Just a very heads-up play, going in transition, and before the Comets could even react, Aviators get an easy bucket.
When your best player is your hardest worker, that's a recipe for success. And again, you know, we're not Sycamore guys. Well, I am, you're not. But, I mean, you watch the way Sutherland works, and it's very easy, right, Evan, to imagine that he is the hardest worker on that team. I mean, it shows in the way he plays. All right, Morton misses the first shot. Richards calls his guards over, have a conversation. And he misses them both. Rebound Sycamore, and that is not the way that the Comets are going to claw back into this game.
Yeah, killer for the Comets. Need to at least make one or two. And yeah, so remains 13-point lead with under 2:30 remaining in the third quarter for the Aviators.
All right, they drop it down low, Converge, gets it to Sutherland, and all right, Sutherland gets fouled as he goes up. And it's tough, like you know that back cut's coming, but he.
Oh, I don't think the Comets do either.
No, I don't think so.
At this point.
But look, I'm not so sure that anyone in Cincinnati has those answers right now. Very tough to play against the team with multiple D1 kids, although to the benefit of Mason, Raleigh Burgess has been out for now the majority of this game.
Yeah.
All right, Sutherland hits the first. Greg Richards takes a timeout. It's 42-28 Sycamore with 2:15 remaining in the third. And Evan, I mean, here's the thing. You've called a lot of these games, and I'll add now, it's been so much fun for me for the last 4 years to get to watch you call these games with your friends from your freshman year until now, and to call one with you is a real thrill. But you're the expert. Mason, not a great shooting team, but are they at a point now down 14 where they just have to pop some threes and hope?
No, I don't think you need to jack up threes at this point. This is the fourth quarter with 2:15, definitely, but it's only the third quarter, so the Comets I feel like still have to try to go inside, and if they have the right looks, they'll take them. Middleton and Kelling, to me, are two guys who you want trying to knock them down, but, I mean, jacking up threes hasn't worked for them all year when they've tried. So
is there anybody off the bench? Do they have a designated sniper? We go to guys like Alex Moody and Gavin Minogue in these situations. Do they have a designated sniper like that they can put in?
I mean, not really.
No.
I think they have Kelling off the bench. He's shown he can.
Look at it that way. Sure, I guess. By the way, congratulations to Kyla Oldiker, a McDonald's All-American. Just an incredible honor. To have a McDonald's All-American in your school is a big, big deal, and bright things for her as she's going to head down to Miami. Can't imagine to get a better place to play college basketball and matriculate than Coral Gables, Florida, Evan. And
yeah.
She is one heck of a basketball player. Fun to watch.
Every time people say Miami, you think Oxford, Ohio here in our state. But, yeah, going to Miami, Florida, that'd be a lot of fun for her. And she's not only the Comets All-American, McDonald's All-American playing in the state of Florida, Sammy Puisis as well. 3 years ago.
That's right. Very nice honor, very prestigious. All right, Sycamore that now with the ball after another empty possession for the Comets, and they are, if they weren't in a hurry 2 minutes ago, now their pace is glacial at best. They are just gonna milk this clock.
Yeah, and they might as well. The Comets are doing a pretty good job doubling when they get into the corner. Sycamore still hasn't really turned it over lately. It's Derbyshire pass, but a timeout called by Sycamore. And
up just a 30. I'm not sure what they're going over here.
Yeah.
All right, so if you could chip this, I mean, look, you're down 15. Obviously, the first thing you got to get to single digits. You could do that 2 possessions. I'd like to see Mason gamble a little bit. Now, I don't think we saw that 3-quarter court press before, and it got pulverized. But Evan, they have extended the defense a little bit, especially in the first half, and they had some success with that earlier. With Burgess out, I think you're able to extend a little more Let's see if they can bring a little bit of that here in the next 90 seconds and shave into this lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you need to do. Just some sort of pressure for the Comets. I mean, anything to convert some turnovers. Last thing they want, Sutherland to be able to go on that block where he loves doing. I mean, if Sycamore's going to hit some threes and the Comets are going to have to be content with that, but they can't give up those easy inside buckets.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little bit of pick your poison at this point. You extend, there's going to be some easy baskets, but all right, and as predicted, there's the pressure, there's the trap at midcourt, and that gets the turnover. All right, great job. They put the double. I think the defense has been pretty good by and large, Evan. I think the offense has been the more problematic side of the ball.
Yeah, they've been a little inconsistent all night on their three-point shooting. It's hurt them. Yeah, with 1 minute left to go in the third, there's a three-pointer from Todd Middleton, just like
bucket.
that. Yeah, the Comets within 12. Let's see if they can get it to single digits.
All right, see, they're going to extend it again here. As soon as now they're going to actually come across midcourt. That's going to leave the opportunity in the corner, and he mishandles it. And again, now you're speeding them up, Evan. You're making him make that quick pass to get the ball quick into the corner to Bolden, but the pass is high. He can't handle it.
Yeah.
And now Sycamore's got a chance to get this thing down to single digits with a three.
Yeah, that was the right idea from the Aviators, just poor execution, and that's what the pressure will do to you, speed you up a little bit.
Speed them up a little bit. That's the way to play this. All right, they get it to Middleton up, or I'm sorry.
That's Kelling.
That's Kelling again.
I mean, that's a good look. He's knocked a couple down, and the Comets will have
He's
to,
your shooter. He's wide open. That's a shot. That's a good take. And again, they extend the defense. Now watch, they're going to try to hit that second pass in the post if you give it to them.
A good tip from Olam.
Good contested play.
Get it.
Olam should have somebody up court.
And 3 consecutive turnovers for the Aviators.
And I think Morton was under the basket. I think you got to hit him there, and they missed him.
Comets going to hold it for the final shot with 5 seconds to go. Middleton, a step back three. That's too strong.
Get it up.
Morton, a good rebound. Another tip in, but I don't think he got that one off. But
see, I don't know. I think that was good if it goes.
Yeah, that was close. So the Comets.
Golan had it, and I think he was up before the horn. Now, technically, you go by the light above the basket in college, but I don't see lights.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't have lights, you got to go by the horn. And I think that beat the horn, and that's tough. You get the steal. I think they missed Morton under the basket, and then Golan has the easy look. Both of those would have made it a 10-point game. It's 12. Evan, you tell me there's a chance here? There's a chance. 12 points.
Yeah, I mean, stranger things have happened. The Comets going to have to knock down some more threes.
Good look at Ben Haller in the huddle.
Convert turnovers. Yeah, he's got a.
If I had my telestrator, I'd
picture.
circle him. And Ben Haller was gracious enough to let me broadcast a game with my son. I appreciate it. And he's down there. I think he'd like to be up here. He's got the look. He'd like to be up here broadcasting. And I might do this with a little more regularity. I don't know what he's wearing. What's his T-shirt?
Well, it's baby picture. He's rocking that pink hat back in his toddler days.
That's a baby picture of himself?
Yeah, that's all.
Ben Haller looking good. And this is where you want to be.
It's kind of unrelated, but I felt like that third quarter was longer than the first and second put together with all the fouls.
Yeah.
And the out of bounds and the turnovers from both teams. But, yeah, here we go.
You have some place to be?
No, I'm just, just putting it out there.
Date tonight I'm unaware of. I mean, I kind of like the fact that we're getting a long game. All right, turnover.
Great.
Richards excited. And this pressure really bothering Sycamore.
Yeah, that's 4 turnovers, 4 consecutive possessions, I believe.
Yep.
So Cave trying to get in a little bit, get loud for Sycamore.
All right, Morton goes up, but he gets a foul. Man, you'd love to see one of those go in and have an and one, but he'll have a chance to cut this to 10 at the final. You know, the one thing about Sycamore fans, just having gone there, is there's something about growing up in the streets of Montgomery that just makes you tough. There's a certain amount of grit, and you get that in Montgomery. You don't necessarily get that in Mason. So the Sycamore kids are tough, and you have to understand that, Evan. It's a whole different way of life than what Mom and I have exposed you to here.
Well, you used to talk about when you went to Sycamore, you made fun of Mason and said it was just a bunch of farmland and there was nothing to do. So,
nice steal.
With that logic, I don't really know what you're saying.
Let's get back to the game. Alex Morton with a great steal, misses the layup, but he takes it back and lays it in. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got an 8-point game.
Alex Morton just absolutely determined after he missed that layup. He wasn't gonna have that possession without scoring. Just takes it from Hall.
That's a senior on senior night. But then Des Bolden finds a lane and drives it to the hoop.
Comets trying to go fast again.
That's the thing about senior nights, Evan. You only get one unless you're not real smart. Sometimes you get two. But all these kids are only going to have one, smart kids. So,
well, I guess if it's like really college, you could take your 5th and 6th years and
take a victory lap. Well,
like
the college these days.
In Iowa, you can take your 8th and 9th and 10th year.
Jordan Bohannon's 36 years old. He gets worse every year. Joey Brunk's in his 50s at Ohio State. But, in high school, you only get one senior night. And Alex Morton, Todd Middleton, decorated careers here, and they want to go out with a win, and they're leaving it all out there. All right, so did they just reverse that? It looked like it was going to be Sycamore ball, and they reversed it. We getting some quotes? We getting some feedback from our listeners?
Yeah, there's people saying that Mason kids are soft in our comments. I guess we're being invaded by some aviators in the comment section. And there's Alex Morton, another and
And Morton rolls around and gets the roll. Shooter's touch. We have a 6-point game.
7.
I thought that was 6.
Well,
my scorebook says 6.
Pretty sure it's 7. You're like Ben making up your fake scorebook. But, all right, Sutherland showing off a little bit. He had a dunk against the Comets last game, but a foul first.
Yeah.
And the Comets are down by 15. Now it's a 7-point game, and all you need is some defensive stops, and really anything can happen.
Right, they're down 7. They were down 9-0 at the beginning of the game. So you take away that 9 spot at the beginning, and this is an even Steven ball game. But this is where you get the ball to Sutherland, right? You got a D1 kid going to Liberty. This is where you find a way to get him the basketball. Nice cut there, and he gets fouled. Make him earn it. But again, he scores at every level, Evan. 50% shooter, 40% from threes, 80% foul shooter, and there's the jinx, but a lane violation.
Man, that's a killer for the Comets. So Sutherland will go back to the free throw line.
Looked like all of them got in there.
1-1, and that could get him 2 more points. So that could be a potentially 2-point mistake from the Comets.
Lane violation on the front end is tough, right? I mean, that's
1,000 points for Ben Sutherland. Now it's something you really see, and for any player in high school, so that's pretty awesome for him.
It's a nice accomplishment. Nice of Mason to offer congratulations, even though it's a road game for him. Shows the level of respect between these GMC rivals. It's a friendly rivalry by and large. And Sutherland misses the second. Ball is loose, and I think that's going to be Sycamore basketball, and it is right in front of the Aviator student section.
I guess the Comets are going to hope that Sutherland stays at exactly 1,000, doesn't get to 1,001 or 1,002.
Well, that would be a win for Mason if he stays at 1,000, because with Burgess out, the points have to come from someplace. Underneath, they work it into the corner.
Yeah, the Comets going again with these doubles, but Sycamore beating that by quick passes, and they will with a Charlie Hall three-pointer. Another one this time from the corner.
Yep, good ball work. I mean, they're passing it crisply.
Alex Kelling answering for the Comets.
Another bow and arrow, and again, I love the bow and arrow celebration. That's the second three for him, second bow and arrow. Fans might have wanted to travel there. Not going to get it. There's the double out at midcourt. The referee's going to get a foul.
Yeah, the Aviators already in the bonus. It's their eighth.
You can see Todd Middleton looking at Coach Richards and then the ref and say, what did I do? It's tough. You get the double there. You think you've got the successful trap, and you reach in.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the ref, whatever kind of style they're going with. They call those quick or wait them out, and we'll try for the jump ball. But
you know, at Hall, Evan is a heck of a third or fourth option, right? I mean, here's a kid. He doesn't look real big out there. He's 6'4", but 11 points and 7 rebounds a game. He just always seems to be around the basketball. Proficient shooter, over 50% from the floor, and kind of better than a glue guy, right? But a guy that's around the ball and always doing positive things. And
yeah,
he knocks that one down, and just like that, it's back to being a 10-point game.
In my opinion, probably the most underrated player in the GMC. I mean, with the way he doesn't get much attention with Sutherland and Burgess, but I mean, he could be the best player on a lot of GMC teams. Just kind of thrives in his roles. Menker misses the three.
Oh,
Ben
nice
Golan
rebound.
down low with the rebound.
Nice rebound. You see him sneak in through 3 Aviators. You need extra possessions.
On a no call there with some contact between Morton and Hall.
Tell you what, Mort put the shoulder down, and there was something there. Yeah. I'm not sure what it was. There was something. The refs say no, play on.
Yeah, I guess the refs just didn't know what to call it, so they just called nothing. But Comets will take that.
Pretty good sized collision. All right, there's the trap in the corner.
In the corner, yeah.
And that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You have Des Bolden trapped. He goes baseline, and I think they're going to get it on Menker and say he got him with the body, and that's a tough call.
Yeah, I wasn't a ton of contact there. I mean, that might have been a little makeup call for the no call on Morton. You have to wonder.
Didn't love that one, but seldom do I get through an entire basketball game where I love every call the refs make. Just doesn't happen. It's a chance I might be the most teed coach in the history of Mason Rec basketball, something I'm very proud of. Misses the foul shot, 51-43. Mason with a shot, Morton in the corner, kicks it back to Middleton. Oh, he thought about it.
Kelly knocks down another one.
Wow.
Sophomore. How about the sophomore taking over senior night?
Evan Amazon, senior night, 5 to play, 5-point game, baby. Let's get after it.
The Comets are in it. They've gotten a lead to 5 a couple times, but then the Aviators have gotten on a run. See if the Comets can finally sustain it.
They have been no closer than this. This is as close. They've been to 5 a couple times, but this is it. Oh, what's the call there? Oh, that is a late call. Wow.
Man, and Alex Morton had a breakaway layup, too, for the Comets.
Man, oh, man, I'd love to see a replay on that.
Swing.
Going to be down 6 or 7, and that's the 10th team foul on Mason. Double bonus, 2 shots the rest of the way.
Yeah, 4:43 left to go. And, man, so 4-point swing
That's
there.
a gut punch. That's a gut punch, but you got to play through it. Battle the skies, nothing comes easy.
Yeah, Bolden giving no room on Kelling there. Not going to allow Kelling or Middleton to beat him on the three-pointer.
That's right. If they didn't have the report on him before, they've got it now. All right, foul. Yeah, at 5 minutes, it was a 5-point game. So in the span of 40 seconds,
Middleton will take the three.
oh, that's
In
a
and
nice
out.
rebound by Alex Morton. They're going to get the foul on Sycamore. Looks like is that Bryce Derbyshire, number 3? It is.
Yeah, his third foul, and the team's 7th, so Morton going to line for a 1-and-1. And the Comets, if they can get to the foul line in these last 4 minutes, that'd be huge. A chance to kind of cut into the lead while the clock is stopped.
That's an excellent point. The clock now is becoming as much of an enemy as Sycamore is. So chances to score. Chance now to cut it to 7. Let's see what Mason does with a make here regarding pressure. I don't know if that full court pressure is working for him, but that half court trap has been effective. And let's see, they're going to set up. He makes the shot, so 7-point game. Watch this now. They're going to sag back, Evan. I'm not sure I agree with this. You're going to give Sycamore a clean look and let Hall get it to the foul line. He dribbles back out.
There's a double. I mean, that's what's been working for the Comets. I like that. I don't think they're able to press, but they're able to get those double teams. They're going to run that dribble handoff. The Comets can cut them off near the sideline and just put them in like tough positions.
Yeah, it looks
they
like
got to burn a timeout.
It looks like there's certain guys that they want to double. Had some trouble with the double. They got him there, made Sycamore burn a timeout, and tempers flared a little bit as they were fighting over the ball.
I mean,
but
he's already got one technical.
Correct.
I mean, the Comets can tell that he's been a little frustrated all game. If you can just get him riled up and perhaps get a second technical, I mean, that could change the whole outcome of this game maybe.
Absolutely. So, yeah, again, the pressure. I think you're at a point now where you got to take risks. You've got to extend your defense a little bit. And you've got to be willing to step up and knock down some threes, which I think Mason's done a good job of tonight. But I have trouble seeing how you come back from 7 down without a couple of steals, a couple of loose balls, some transition buckets. So let's see what Mason can draw up coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for the Comets, but the game was over at 9-0, and the Comets have fought back, played even since then, and
actually +2 if my math is right.
+2, yeah.
I'm not as good at math as you, but I'd like to think I'm better than Ben. And there's the turnover. They double Hall. He gets it in, gets it back, and they knock it away, and it's going to be Mason.
Coming up with these double teams, just completely kind of changed the whole defense. You realize the press didn't work. Instead, just goes to double teams, and I mean, that's 5 or 6 turnovers.
Absolutely.
By the Aviators at least. Just
this half.
Yeah. Just on this half and just on those types of plays where they double near out of bounds. It's kind of used the out of bounds line as a third defender.
All right, so Mason doesn't need to settle, but they do need to move. Still a multi-possession game. And Morton's been their guy in the second half. They get it to the corner. Middleton with a fake, a nice pass inside. And Olam knocked out of bounds, and they keep the ball, but just a good pass. I mean, Todd Middleton has always been a fantastic passer. Great sense of the angles. Nice job getting the ball down low.
And a foul. Austin or Ben, one of the Sutherlands. See who they get it on.
I think that's on Ben.
It's going to be Austin. So it's going to be his fourth.
4 on Austin.
He might have to check out of the game.
You know, and Austin Sutherland, again, they're
He's been a little quiet tonight, but
yeah, but still a key piece of this team. And with Burgess out for the game, and you get Sutherland in some foul trouble, then you force Sycamore to rely a little more on the Derbyshires, maybe Justin Williams.
Yeah,
not their bread and butter guys here.
That's a huge free throw from Olam. 2 big
Sinks
ones.
them both.
So 55-50 again. See if the Comets can finally kind of get over this.
Here's
deficit.
their chance.
Yeah.
We've been here before, Evan. 5-point game, 3:06 to play, and we have been to 5. We have not been under 5. All right, they briefly try to double Sutherland. They get it to the corner, and boom, they get it to Bolden for a layup.
That's the downside of those double teams is you can lose someone pretty easily as Bolden was wide open. Easiest bucket of the night for
sure
the Aviators.
was.
Comes at a bad time for
I still think the risk is worth it. I think you need some of those. And there's a three.
I mean, Cowling's been knocking him down all night, but misses that one, and Olam steps out of bounds.
Yeah, Olam tried to save it. And the 5 has gone back to 7, and you're right, Evan. I think on 3 separate occasions, Mason has gotten it down to 5. And each time Sycamore responded with not just a basket, but multiple baskets. And now they're at 7 with the ball, trying to get it back to 9. This could be the Comets' last stand right here, Evan.
All right, Bourne will lose it. Good job by Menker, diving on the floor, and that's going to be out of bounds on the Aviators.
Great hustle. Great hustle by Mason and by Sycamore. And you love this. It's senior night. You got guys that are fighting, they're scrapping. This is what you want to see. You know, three-pointer here, Evan, would get it to 4, which is uncharted territory for us.
Maybe that's what the Comets need.
Just a heck with 5. Oh, risky. Passed it to midcourt.
Skip over 5. Maybe it's just bad luck.
All right.
Just
got it. The foul line.
Go.
There we go. Wide open. Middleton in the corner. Boom! Wow. And Evan, we are at 4 points with 2 minutes to play. 4-point game, closest that Mason has been since it was 4-0.
Yeah.
1:51 to play. Hall's got the ball. Gets it to Sutherland. Black hole's getting loud. Oh! Sutherland might have gotten away with a walk there.
Yeah, that was close. And another double team on Bolden.
Gets it, doesn't catch it cleanly. That's a tough contested shot and a tough rebound.
And who else but Charlie Hall all night for the Aviators.
You know,
he's got to be the MVP of this game so far.
And what is the referee is saying? He pointed. He pointed to Bryce Derbyshire and said something, and then a timeout was taken.
Wonder if it was a warning, maybe. I don't know
if it was a warning or if he had blood on his jersey, and maybe they sent him to the sideline to get cleaned up. There's no official announcement, so I don't think anything official was called.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, they didn't call a foul on him. I wonder. Yeah, it was probably one of those 2 things. But I mean, we've talked about what this game will be for the Aviators, like what it means to them, but how about for the Comets? I mean, this is a team that's struggled all year. Obviously, it's been one of their worst years in a while. It's fair to admit that. They're 9-9. They've won 4 in a row in the GMC. They started out 1-8 in the GMC. They beat Middleton, 2 against Oak Hills and Hamilton, and they really haven't had like a great win all year. I mean, they beat the teams they're favored against, but I mean, their best win this year might be Hamilton.
Yeah.
And a win like this would be huge, riding momentum with only 2 regular season games left against East and West.
Absolutely. I mean, it's fair to look at this 4-game win streak and say, all right, Oak Hills twice. Oak Hills is at the bottom of the GMC this year. Not great victories, but playing a team like Sycamore, who's ranked in the top 15 in the state of Ohio, I mean, a team that's a legitimate state contender, and to play them close like this, moral victories are great. I know Greg Richards is looking for the real thing, an actual victory, and he's got a minute 31. Mike Tyson used to knock guys out in a minute 31. Let's see if Mason can land a knockout. Tyson knocked out Michael Spinks in a minute and 31 seconds, Evan. Way before you were born. Probably don't even know who Mike Tyson is. All right, Sycamore ball. Yeah, Sutherland, long way. Yep. All right, that's a foul on Morton. I don't think that was by design.
No. Derbyshire will be going to the free throw line.
All right, this Bryce Derbyshire, not a prolific scorer. He gets about 3.4 points a game. Getting 2 now because we're well into the double bonus, and he hits the first one. Yeah, that's tough, Evan. The play before, you get Sycamore to take a contested shot, and then Charlie Hall gets the rebound. And that's one that you'd like to stop. Second one, no good off the back rim. Rebound Mason. And Ohm's fouled. And boy, oh boy. I think a little frustration. Bryce Derbyshire missed the second foul shot. He commits the foul, but you're now sending Mason to the line. You stop the clock. That is absolutely the last thing you want to do if you're Sycamore.
Very dumb foul. I mean, just you have the momentum at the free throw line. It's okay that you missed the shot, but just get back. Just play good team defense, and you can't let your emotions get to you. at the end of the game.
No, look, I applaud the aggression in the backcourt, but you give Mason now a chance to add a point, to chip away a point, right? You got one foul shot, you give them a chance to get two and make this a one-possession game, and they're saving time on the clock. Olam hits the first, and he's been cool from the foul line today, as Olam. Hits them both. One-possession game, Ev.
So both teams going to be in a double bonus now. Next one will be the 10th on the Aviators.
And look at this. They are waiting.
Game.
They are waiting to trap Bolden at midcourt.
With just over a minute to go.
Oh, they tied it up.
And it won't be a jump ball, and it will.
What a nice play. Wow. They converged on Bolden, Evan. And Mason now has the ball. 1 minute, 7 seconds to play. A one-possession game. And Evan, you don't need three here. You now have anything, any shot is in your purview here.
Yeah, the Comets finally got over the deficit of 5 mark. Now can they get their lead? They're looking for their first lead of the game. They could tie on this possession or take it two, but the Comets will take any points here.
Yeah.
That they can get.
You're down to 49 seconds to play. You do need a little bit of a sense of urgency here, but you want it to be a good shot.
Oh.
And there's a whistle under the basket, and
I don't know. I don't like that call. I do not like that call. Hall flopped a little bit there. I mean, Banker set a screen, and that looked like a pretty good screen to me. And that's
a tough.
I don't know. I mean, in this position of the game, I just don't understand how you can make that call.
That's a tough call on a screen.
Man.
That's one of 3 calls, Evan, in the last 5.5 minutes of this game that have been tough. Either a late whistle or a tough call, and now Mason, they're going to have to go for a steal and eventually possibly foul it. And man, they hit him in the lane. Big Ben Sutherland with a jam. 5-point game, got to go now. Now you need something quick. There's the 3, in and out. Yeah. And the foul, Sutherland goes to the line, and Mason's opportunity, Evan, may have come and gone.
Yeah. I mean, dunks were 2 points like any other basket, but in the way, I mean, a dunk does a lot more than a layup. I mean, it's still 2 points, but I mean, that kind of, I don't know, a little bit of a deflator for your defense. Gets the Sycamore student section going, and
That Olam is now Olam fouled out.
Yeah, Olam fouls out, and that might have been the nail in the coffin. I mean,
all right, so look here, it's going to be potentially a 2 or 3 possession game. You've got 25 seconds. Make or miss, you need something quickly. Shooters are on the floor. The guys that have had success with the 3 balls today are on the floor. You've got to press it up court and try to get a 3 in about 5 seconds. Make or miss. All right, 3 possession game. They got to go, and they are. They're going to back off and give Middleton some room.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a 3.
Morton, and that's well short. That's an air ball.
And Middleton just throws it away, trying to get it outside, and foul, but it's just about over. And
yeah, Sutherland probably could have taken the air out of the ball, but he elects to go to the rim and gets fouled. It's a 7-point game with 11.8 to play, and the Mason fans are streaming to the exits on senior night. I'll tell you, Evan, I mean, great effort, right? When it was 9-0, we were wondering about how deep we were going to have to go into our tales of, we thought we might be talking about the Super Bowl, Indiana basketball, our favorite TV shows. We thought we were going to have to go pretty deep, and we didn't. From the time it was 9-0, Mason has been up in this game. I mean, the plus-minus is in favor of Mason, but the 9-0 deficit, Evan, the story of this game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how the Comets improved since the first time these 2 teams played. I mean, it's an 8-point game right now, but it's a lot closer than that. From what it seems. I mean, this game came down to the end as Morton will put one in, and
yeah, they'll take a timeout with 3.5 seconds to play.
I don't really know why, honestly.
It's a 6-point game. Maybe you put your seniors in here. I mean, that's all I could think of, Ev. I mean, but I'll tell you, before we go off air, thrill of a lifetime for me. I've done a lot of things with broadcasting. This is one of the coolest, to call a game with my son, something I've always wanted to do. So thank you to you and the Little Brothers and Ben Haller and Dale Connor for making this possible and letting a washed up, broken down old broadcaster get hooked up to the microphone one last time. This is it for me. And knows broadcasting, and I'll do one with her. But other than that, this is it.
I would doubt that. I'm not sure if she'd want to, but yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, we've played so many games together, watched so many sporting events together. Together, it's been awesome.
It's been a blast. So thank you for allowing me to do this, and we got a great game, a traditional rivalry. And look, you're right. Mason lost to Sycamore 61-44 back on January 7th, so the improvement is there. They've got 3 more before the playoffs. It is a tough closing stretch. 2 more, right, after this?
Yeah, 2 more.
And tough games, so, but the progress is there, and maybe, just maybe, Mason is peaking in time for the tournament.
Yeah. I mean, the Comets got to try to ride this into their games. 2 more rivalry games coming up against East and West, and
they're going to foul with 2.4 seconds left. Sycamore crowd is chanting derisively, and I'm. I mean, it's a 6-point game, 2.4 to play. At this point, you're simply deciding if Sycamore is going to win by 6, 7, or 8, to be honest with you.
The spread is like 7.
Easy. Easy high school broadcast. We're talking about point spreads. Nothing good comes of that. Nah. Does give him a chance to take out Alex Morton, the senior, to a nice round of applause.
Yeah. And Cam Packard, number 4, senior, coming back in as well.
Yeah, really impressed how hard Alex Morton and Todd Middleton, the seniors, played down the stretch. Clearly they wanted it. Second one's no good. And they'll get one up at the buzzer, no good. And that does it. Aviators 64, Comets 57. Nothing, but in the end, too big of a hole too early.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard-fought battle, down 9-0. The Comets clawed their way back into it. It's going to be interesting to see. I think the bracket's coming out this weekend where the Comets will be seated. And the Aviators probably going to get a bye, maybe in the first round, trying to win the GMC. So thanks for listening. It's been a blast calling a game with my dad. And Comets fall 64-57 in a rivalry game against the Aviators.